And my contention in the article is that this is the most critical, the most important claimed event in world history. You know,
Yes.
forget World War I,
Right on.
World War II.
Right on.
And if this is the event, the pivotal event of world history, why can we not pick up and see that on a certain day, at a certain place, that Jesus appeared to certain people? Now we have
Listen,
a whole
there is no,
mishmash.
there is no correlation between the importance of an event and the amount of historical description of the event. That is to say, the event that you referred to earlier, Constantine's success in turning the Roman Empire into an officially Christian situation.
Right.
The amount of historical data we have concerning the events of the Milvian Bridge and so forth are relatively slight. Likewise, in the case of Charlemagne's activity, you can't judge, first of all, the importance of the event and then say, I'm not going to believe the event unless I have a kind of transcript of every single aspect of the event presented uniformly by all the people who had contact with it.
But you believe...
All you need is probability.
Okay.
All you need is good, reasonable historical probability, and that's determined by the way in which you establish any other events.
If I'm not incorrect, you believe that God does intervene in history.
Right on.
And that in this case, he intervened in history.
Yes.
And that he chose witnesses.
Right.
Okay. Well, why couldn't the witnesses that he chose give us witness that made sense, that was not contradictory?
They aren't contradictory, but you ask, why didn't God choose witnesses that would give us stuff that makes sense?
Right.
Now, this is really important, and
Right.
you'll pardon me if I'm awfully direct with you. What you have done is to establish a criterion, a personal criterion, as to what God Almighty should have done in order to bring you to belief in these events. And because God Almighty doesn't do what you expect him to do, therefore you say, I don't have to take these events seriously. What you ought to be doing is this. You ought to be asking yourself, what kind of historical evidence do I require when I handle the general events of human history? How much data and what kind of data do I need to determine that Lincoln was shot in Ford's Theater and didn't slip on a banana peel in Peoria? And when you analyze those data, you do not find that all the witnesses give everything. You find one witness giving one thing, one giving another, but the confluence of data point and lead you to a certain conclusion. It isn't 100% certain, it's a probability conclusion, but it's on that kind of reasoning that you base all of your ordinary activities of life.